Welcome to City Roundup, brought to you by the City of Pensacola, with your host, Saida Rosa. City Roundup is your one-stop shop for everything having to do with the City of Pensacola. And now, Saida.
Hello, and welcome back to another episode of City Roundup. I'm your host, Saida Rosa, with the City of Pensacola. We like to start off our show with a message from Mayor Grover Robinson. The clip we're about to show was recorded at his press conference earlier this week. He spoke with reporters about his upcoming meeting with the Escambia County Schools Superintendent Malcolm Thomas.
This week or next week, I'm meeting with Malcolm Thomas, and we're looking to see how we can do a better job of utilizing our community centers for academic assistance in what we do. One of the things we've already been talking to is we've already been talking to all the arts groups. That's from the ballet, the orchestra, the opera. The symphony, I guess I work for symphony. We've talked with both UWF and the Museum of Art, as well as the children's course.
If you're on social media, make sure to follow Mayor Robinson. Just search Pensacola Mayor on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We have new playground equipment coming soon to another city park. Hosts Tonya, Vaden, and John Scanlon traveled to Armstrong Park this week to tell us about the upcoming ribbon cutting. They also tell us about the new ferry service and the mayor's upcoming town hall. Those topics and more coming up right now on Our City News Show.
Welcome back to another episode of Our City News Show. I'm your host, John Scanlon.
And I'm Tonya Vaden, and we're here at Armstrong Park to tell you about the debut of our new playground equipment. We hope you will join us for a ribbon cutting ceremony on Friday, April the 26th at 4:15 p.m. The new playground features new climbers, slides, and interactive elements for all ages. This is the second of 5 playground installations the city has planned for the year. The first playground was installed at Hitzman Optimus Park last month and has been widely received. The 3 remaining playgrounds in the queue are Parker Circle Park, Springdale Park, and Tierra Verde Park. So, very exciting stuff for Pensacola Parks.
Mayor Grover Robinson has announced a date for his 3rd town hall. This one will be in District 2. He's been working with Councilwoman Sherry Myers to plan it. The day is April 29th. That's a Monday, from 6 to 7:30 p.m. The mayor has previously hosted town halls in District 5 and District 7. Hosting town halls was a promise he made on his campaign. He wanted to be out in the community gathering input and ideas so citizens don't have to go to City Hall. We hope to see you on April 29th.
As the new official airline of the Pensacola Blue Wahoos, Silver Airways unveiled the first themed aircraft for the team. Mayor Grover Robinson and Airport Director Dan Flynn were in attendance for the announcement on April 18th. The aircraft is named after the Wahoos mascot, Kazoo. The design came from Stephen Ward, who is not only a mechanic with the airline, but also a tattoo artist. Very cool. Can't wait to see that fly in and out of Pensacola.
Pensacola Bay Cruises celebrated the beginning of service over the weekend. The first boat took off on Friday, April 19th. Pensacola Bay Cruises operates between the city, Pensacola Beach, and Fort Pickens. The 2 vessels, Pelican Perch and Turtle Runner, will run every day during the peak season, which is May 15th to August 15th. During the off-season, the boats will run on weekends. You can see the schedule and buy tickets online at www.cruisepb.com.
We have a couple of upcoming events to tell you about. We're celebrating Arbor Day on April the 26th. Join us for a tree planting at Miraflores Park at 2 p.m. for a chance to win a free mature tree. You must be present to win. City of Pensacola is a proud Tree USA community since 1991. Also, the new playbooks are here and are full of information for you and your family to plan your spring and summer. Pick up a copy at your neighborhood resource center, local visitor center, West Florida Public Library's main branch, or any housing developments. You can also download online. Just visit playpensacola.com.
Before we go, we'd like to congratulate Todd Thompson on being named the Pensacola Chamber's President and CEO. Thompson replaces Clay Ingram, who was appointed to Volunteer, Florida by the governor. Thompson joined the Chamber in 2015 and has served as Vice President of Public Affairs the last 3 years. Congratulations again, Todd.
Well, that's all we have for you on this episode of the City News Show. We thank you for watching, and we will see you next week.
Robert Grier is easily one of our most loved employees here at the City of Pensacola. He's the first to arrive and usually the last to leave. Surely you've seen his face at least once in City Hall over the last 30 years. We introduce you to him in this edition of City Spotlight.
My day starts out at 6 in the morning, and generally I work till, hello, how you doing? 7 o'clock at night. Hi, I'm Robert Grier. I'm the building manager for the City Hall building downtown, 21 years. I oversee the cleaning service. I set up rooms for meetings. I work all city council meetings, and I do what I call preventative maintenance. I come down over the weekend and I check the building out. HVAC system, security system, elevator system, lighting. If that light, I'll change the bulbs in it, but sometimes it is the bulb and or the ballast. I'm constantly looking for, I interact with the employees, who I think are some of the greatest employees in the country, in this building and outside of it. The City of Pensacola is very fortunate to have the employees. They're very dedicated, and they're very cordial, and they're serious about their jobs, and that makes my job a lot easier. You know my number. They're like my extended family. I try to joke with them sometimes, get them to laugh, and I see that they're kind of down a little bit, brighten the day out. I'll get back to you. I have wonderful parents, and they instilled in me a love of people and respect for people, and I carry it to this day, and I teach my children that.
For more episodes of City Spotlight and News Show, visit our YouTube channel. Search City of Pensacola. We'll be right back after this.
Cooking with natural gas is more controlled than using an electric range. But more importantly, they're less expensive to operate. Don't get burned with electric. Learn more at PensacolaEnergy.com.
Natural gas homes are in demand. Here's what home builders have to say.
Gas provides a wonderful selling advantage over electricity. Customers love cooking with natural gas. It gets hotter faster. The temperature is actually more controllable. Energy efficiency absolutely plays a part with our decision to put natural gas in our homes. It's much more efficient for our customers to use natural gas.
Natural gas from Pensacola Energy, the clean, reliable, earth-friendly choice.
We now turn to our green tip of the week. It's starting to get nice out. Why not walk or bike to work and say no to gas? Avoiding driving cars cuts down on your carbon footprint. Plus, walking and biking has great health benefits. The city is looking for great people to be a part of our team. This week's featured job is a Human Resources Director. This is a high-level executive position working to manage the city's human resources programs. If you are interested or know someone who would be a perfect fit, apply online at PensacolaCityJobs.com. Some food for thought for your Friday. In this episode of Coastal Cooking Quick Bites, host John Scanlon from Pensacola Energy shows us how to make pecan-crusted grouper using natural gas.
On this episode of Coastal Cooking Presents Quick Bites, we have pecan-crusted grouper with frangelico sauce. Stick around and find out how it's done.
Welcome to Coastal Cooking Quick Bites, brought to you by Pensacola Energy.
Hey, welcome to Coastal Cooking Presents Quick Bites. I'm your host, John Scanlon, and I have a very special guest with me today, a fellow co-worker with Pensacola Energy, one of our marketing specialists. We have Jim Bootery. Jim, what are you making for us today?
Well, today, John, we're making pecan-crusted grouper with frangelico sauce. And this recipe comes from, if some of you might remember this old restaurant, it's called the Yacht Restaurant. It was located in Pitt Slip back in the 90s. So anyhow, this is another quick dish we're going to do today. We're going to mix up some finely chopped pecans along with some Italian breadcrumbs. And let me grab something to kind of mix that up there with there, buddy. All right. So we get this combination kind of stirred in. We have some grouper fillets over there, fresh grouper fillets. We're going to pass these through flour first. Get them in there, coat them with flour. We're going to coat them, pass them through some milk, and then onto our chopped pecans.
Now you had regular pecans and you just ran them through a food processor?
I sure did, man. That was an awesome way to do it. Just run it through the food processor. Don't have to worry about spending the time, tedious time of chopping up pecans.
And this recipe is actually, it can be found in the Fiesta Seafood Cookbook. It's 25 years of history from the Fiesta Seafood Grill. Pensacola Energy has the grill. We have a lot of different chefs come on every year at the Pensacola Seafood Festival. 25 years of history in this book. You can buy it for $15, and all the proceeds go to the Escambia Utility Assistance Program, which is a program for the elderly and for the disabled to help pay the utility bills. And it comes with just a ton of excellent restaurants, some that aren't with us anymore, like Jim was saying, the Yacht Restaurant. So if you remember that, then remember the Angus. They're in this book, and it's an excellent gift. And it has these really good recipes in it as well.
All right. While we're kind of getting that together, we're going to let some oil heat up in our pan. We've got it on a medium heat right now while that oil heats up, and then we'll kick it up while we're letting that happen. We'll continue. Just doing this real quick. Sorry. And this is just a basic wash, just flour into the milk, boom, into the pecan and Italian seasoning mix there. All right, now we're putting our grouper fillets in the pan, and letting those cook at a medium-high heat, and let's see, like 5 to 7 minutes per side.
Now, Pensacola is my hometown, and I've never had pecan-crusted grouper before, so I'm intrigued. I can't wait.
This is some very good stuff. There's some variations of this recipe that I've come across from New Orleans. There's a pecan-crusted saffron sauce grouper dish from Commander's Palace. It's very similar to this. And what I do when I cook that at home, in order to kind of save some time, I'll get things going on a cast iron skillet and get my grouper fillets in there, but then I'll put them in the oven and let them finish cooking in the oven for about 15, 18 minutes at 400. But it's a different dish, and I'd like to do that one day for you as well. It'd be pretty good.
Well, that's what I like about these recipes that are in the Fiesta Seafood Cookbook is they do have some really simplistic ones that are easy. I mean, and this is pretty easy as well. Just a couple ingredients. Looks phenomenal. It's different than what I would normally make. And I don't know why, because this is very doable.
Very good dish, especially using pecans from local store here, Renfro Pecans. I mean, Renfro Pecans. We got grouper from Joe Patty's, and cooking with Pensacola Energy natural gas. Don't get any better than that, folks. All right, we're going to turn these over. Get the other sides going. Johnny, getting the coloration at the top of these group of fillets here, how that pecan is starting to show its color and cook in and getting crisp on top. Can't wait to sink our teeth into that.
So this has about 5 or 7 minutes, and then
probably about 5 or 7 minutes left, and then we're going to take them off, slide them off on the plate, and then we'll start with the sauce that goes on top of it.
Excellent.
Yeah. All right, our grouper fillets are just about done. So let's go ahead and plate a few of these up here. And we'll grab one more out of here before we slide this over. Boy, it looks pretty good. Huh?
That looks amazing.
I love how the pecans just
it's like grouper pork chops. That's awesome.
We'll take that. All right. Now, next thing we got to do is prepare our sauce to go on top of the pecan-crusted grouper. This is the Frangelico sauce that we were talking about earlier. So let's get started with that. First off, we're going to have some heavy cream. And again, this recipe is in our Seafood Festival cookbook. All right, got the heavy cream going. We're going to put in our Frangelico liqueur. God, it's got a great smell. And then just a little salt and pepper to taste there.
So you're just waiting for this to want to thicken a little bit?
This is going to reduce a little bit, yeah, right. It's going to reduce down. Let the water content cook out of the cream and thicken a little. All right, Johnny, we brought our sauce up to a little boil there. Got all the water content out. Now we're ready to shut the fire off on here. And we're going to put that, drizzle that right on top our grouper, pecan-crusted grouper fillets with Frangelico cream sauce. Okay.
That looks fantastic. Great job, Jim. So you can find this recipe and many more like it in the Fiesta Seafood Cookbook, A Taste of Pensacola. And if you'd like to purchase that book, give us a call at 850-436-5050. Get 25 years of history from the Fiesta Seafood Grill at the Pensacola Seafood Festival. And all the proceeds from the sales of the cookbook go to the SCAM Utility Assistance Program, helping the elderly and the disabled pay their utility bills. Each book's $15. Make sure to hit subscribe, follow the other videos from Coastal Cooking Presents Quick Bites, learn some other great recipes, and we'll see you next time.
This has been Coastal Cooking Quick Bites, brought to you by Pensacola Energy.
That's all we have for this episode of City Roundup. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you, same place, same time, next week.
This has been City Roundup with Saida Rosa. City Roundup is the City of Pensacola's one-stop shop for everything having to do with Pensacola. Join us again each Friday at 8 a.m. for more of City Roundup.